Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sibwoga TV, which is the home of politics. The doctors in the Republic of Kenya have been on strike for around 50 to 60 days. And President William Samoei Ruto has actually given them an order to go back to their jobs because the president has said that he cannot be able to pay the interns more than 70,000 shillings per month and for a duration of 1 year before they are absolved into doing their job by the government. But the doctors still are continuing with their strike because they say that President William Samoei Ruto should honor their CBC. And the president has come out very clearly and he has told the doctors that he understands that their pay is not up to date. But for now, because the economy is not doing very well, they should give him enough time so that he can grow the economy fast, so that in future, every person who is employed by the government, he can actually get what he deserves. And it looks like the doctors are not going to go back to their workplaces. And this has made me to feel that I should go during the Uhuru era and try to see the way the former Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta used to deal with the doctors whenever they could go on strike. And I have done that comparison between the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and now William Samoei Ruto. And I have come up with various findings how these two individuals are dealing with the doctors whenever they are on strike. And that is actually what I want us to have a candid discussion about. But before we dive in, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video thumbs up. Share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you abundantly because you always give us the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. Now, let us go back the topic between our former president, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and the current president, William Samoei Ruto. Who do you think is dealing fairly with the doctors? Because if you look at the speech of William Samoei Ruto, currently, you can feel that William Samoei Ruto is measurable to the doctors because he has told them that he is able to meet some of the demands they have given to the president. But he has come out in a very clear way without intimidating the doctors, and he has told them that he cannot pay interns more than 70,000 shillings per month because the doctors want that the interns should be paid up to around 260,000 shillings. Now, let me give you this video of President William Samoei Ruto. Please have a listen to that.
Kenya, with our doctors and interns, I want to implore on them that it is important for us as a nation to agree that we must live within our means. We must live within our means, fellow countrymen and women. We cannot continue to spend the money we don't have. In fact, two very fundamental things are happening shortly. Number one, we are going to have a conference on the 15, 16, and 17 in Kenya so that we can discuss our wage bill as a nation. Because we are spending 1.1 trillion shillings every year to pay salaries and wages of the 2.2 trillion we collect. It is way above what we should be spending. We are spending 47%. Our wage bill is 47% of our revenues. It should be 35% according to the law. So we are way above. So we need a conversation so that those of us who earn salary must be responsible, and we can progressively reduce our wage bill so that we can free more resources to create jobs for our young people, to make sure that we can fund our health care, to fund our education, to fund our development. That is a conversation we must have as a nation. Number two, about 10 days ago, I called the whole of government and we agreed that we must live within our means. We're going to reduce our budget from 4.2 trillion down to 3.7 trillion so that we can live within our means. We cannot continue to borrow money to pay salaries, to borrow money to do things. We must begin to live within our means. And I am telling our friends, the doctors, that we mind about them, we value the service they give to our nation, but we must live within our means. The resources we have are only sufficient to pay 70,000 shillings for intern doctors. It is not a salary, it is a stipend for only 1 year, and then they will be employed. And we want all our doctors, all our doctor interns to be taken in, and that is why we are going to spend the resources that we have to make sure all the 1,500 plus or minus doctors, all of them are absorbed at once, and we have the resources to make sure that they are absorbed at what we have offered as government, because as a nation we must live within our means. And we are going to have a bigger conversation as Kenyans, so that when the Bible says that a responsible father leaves an inheritance for their children, we as Kenyans, we should not leave debt to our children.
After listening to that, you can agree with me that William Samoei Ruto is actually moderate on the way he's dealing with doctors, because he is not intimidating the doctors. But if you listen to this clip of the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, you can note that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta could actually command the doctors to go back to their jobs without any addition of salary. And you will find that the former Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, was quite fierce and intimidating in dealing with the doctors. He could go far and actually used to tell the doctors that what they are doing is against God, is against humanity. And he could actually order them to go back to their jobs. And he could tell them that if they continue with their strike, he is going to sack them so that they can lose their jobs. Please listen to this clip of the former Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Please listen to this.
Mimi nilikuwa na hasira kubwa sana, haswa na hawa madaktari wetu. Kwa sababu, sio kwa sababu mimi sisemi mtu wako na haki ya kuuliza pesa. Kila mtu wako na haki. Kila mtu ni Mkenya. We live in a democracy, we are not a dictatorship. Lakini hasira yangu ilikuwa kwa sababu wewe umechukua kiapo wakati tulikusomesha, kwa sababu serikali ya Kenya na wananchi wa Kenya kupitia kodi yao ndio wamekusomesha. Wewe umeamua ati wewe utagoma uache mgonjwa ambao umechukua kiapo ya kulinda maisha yake ati akufe kitandani, ati wewe umeenda nyumbani kwa sababu ya pesa. No, hiyo ni makosa. Na sio makosa kwa serikali ya Kenya, ni makosa kwa wananchi wa Kenya, ni makosa kwa Mwenyezi Mungu. No way, you can ask for what you want without having to harm your neighbor. Na kuna kiapo daktari anachukua wakati anapatiwa certificate ya kuambiwa anaweza kutibu wengine. Na ndipo nilisema hiyo miezi wasilipwe. Sawa? No. Lakini kwa sababu mimi sio mtu wa chuki, mimi sio mtu ambaye anataka kuumiza mwingine, nimesema leo nauliza sisi kama serikali, wale wadaktari ambao walikuwa wanafanya kazi mahospitali ya serikali watalipwa hiyo miezi yao. Wacha nimalize. Nauliza kwa heshima, magavana pia, ndio tuweze kuacha mambo haya, tuache manyuma, wacha walipe hawa madaktari. Tunaelewana? Lakini mimi na hapa mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu, mbele yenu hapa, ya kwamba wakigoma tena, hata hiyo kazi hawatapata, tutawafuta immediately. Hiyo ni namna hiyo. Ni namna hiyo. Because you cannot endanger the lives of your brothers and sisters ati because of your own welfare. Tunaelewana? Wakati tulikusomesha ufanya kazi hiyo, jameni, hatukukusomesha wewe uende ukaue watu. Kwa sababu sasa leo hii mimi naweza kusema tuwasamehe, tuwalipe, lakini maisha yale ambaye alipotea hawa madaktari wataturudishia.
So, after listening to that clip of the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, I am actually going to give you other two clips. One for the current president, William Samoei Ruto, and another one for the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, so that at least you can listen to them, so that you can know between William Samoei Ruto and the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, who actually used to deal with the doctors in a more measurable way between these two individuals. Please have a listen to this. First, I will give you the clip of the current president, William Samoei Ruto, and then it will just follow with another clip of the former president, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Please have a listen to these two clips.
ensuring that essential services continue uninterrupted and our commitment to serving our citizens remain unswavering. Tumeweka kwenye meza yale serikali iko tayari kufanya. Kati ya mambo nafikiri 19, serikali imekubali mambo 17. Imebaki 2 kwa sababu haiwezekani kwa mambo ya fedha, na wauliza madaktari wetu warudi kazini. Mambo tutarekebisha, uchumi tutazalisha, na kila mtu atapata haki yake tukisonga mbele.
Right now it seems to me that the doctors should pay attention to our national circumstance, and it seems to me that they should remember the higher duty to protect life. It seems to me that it would be wise for them to be guided by patience and practicality. And I need to say here quite clearly that if this round that they are now engaged with our religious leaders fails, we will be in a bit of a problem with them, and it's very clear. And we will sort them out. This one, no. We are paying these people, and we have offered these people more money than even doctors in the private sector receive. An intern today is being offered more money than a medical practitioner working at Nairobi Hospital, Aga Khan Hospital, Mata Hospital. Kwani hii watu wanaona sisi ni wajinga namna gani? It cannot be. And only for working 2 hours a day in a government hospital, and then they run to do private practice in their clinics. This is blackmail, and we are not going to entertain it.
After listening to those 2 clips, what can we say about the temperament of these 2 presidents, the former and the current? Who do you feel is more intimidating? And who do you think is dealing with the doctors in a measurable way? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to take a minute or 2 and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up, share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it's good to encourage them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you abundantly until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye.